Good day, loves. Welcome back to the Holistic Freedom Secrets podcast. I am Coach Tensi of Ufulu Child. Coach Soul is not here today. That is okay. But we're getting into something important today, okay? Holding it down, right? So today we are talking about rest versus laziness, listening to the body. And if you are new to this podcast, good day, love. We cover the Freedom Five. That's my daughter, Omi. We cover the Freedom Five every day, and these are 5 things that we do on a daily basis in order to stay consistent with the daily habits to get ourselves closer to our visions of holistic freedom. Okay, so this is dealing with holistic health, and specifically, this is a topic that many of us working mamas and our families wrestle with. So, just to go over it real quick, there is a clear difference between true rest and just crashing. And I mean, speaking from experience, like you go through your day, you are spending hours at the laptop or at your job, and you are kind of feeling spent at the end of the day after having to work on whatever it is that you're doing, whether you are cooking a meal for your babies, you have these projects going for your clients, you have these deadlines at work, you have tending to your marriage and all the things in between. And so, especially when it comes to the end of the day, there tends to be this phenomenon, and let me know if you've experienced this too. But I used to just like come home from work and just go into full numbing mode. So let me turn on this TV. Let me have eat this little treat to kind of get my mind just off of work and then crash. So there would be no winding down routine. It was just screen time, work, screen time, crashing, basically. So the thing here and the most important insight that I came across is that um, just like there are seasons that we go through in life, hey, smiley girl, just like there are seasons, 4 seasons that we cycle through, we also cycle through different ways of moving our body that are aligned with our hormones. And so if you're finding yourself on a journey and you're looking to reverse autoimmunity, maybe you're even looking to reverse obesity in your life or in your home, then something that's huge for you is working out. And since it's move day, this is the day where we're talking about taking action. We talk about things like exercise. We talk about things that are allowing for us to really shift how we're viewing exercise. So it's not just, okay, I got to get up, I got to move my body, I got to have so many steps a day or however you move your body, but you begin to come to a space when you're actually syncing up with your body's natural cycles. And when that happens, and when you're doing that from a space that is your truly your thrive zone, which is basically where 3 worlds meet, and that's what you love, what you need, and what you're ready for or called to. Okay, when those 3 worlds meet up and you are moving in ways that your cycle is like, girl, yes, keep going, then there is nothing else to do. I mean, you're doing the doggone thing, okay, when it comes to movement. So one big misconception that we have though is that I don't, oh me, what's going on, girl? You want to stand up? I know you want to see the things, but we're not having the you on camera, okay? As we continue. Um One of the things that's important is to okay, we're gonna have to adjust. Let's adjust. Real life moments, y'all. Real life moments. You ready? I got your blanket. Come on, girl. You got it. Come on, sweetie. Let's see. Real life pause. Okay, working mamas out there, you will understand. So, if you've ever felt guilty for skipping out on a workout and wondering why it's feeling like your needs are not being met, it's hard to stay on track with your goals when it comes to fitness, and it's come, 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 sweetie. We'll hop back on track, y'all. Okay, love. All right. Okay, so if you've ever felt guilty for skipping a workout or ever wondered if you're being lazy when you are resting, this episode will help to align your movement with your body's needs so that you can come from that thrive zone and you can stay on track with your goals. And especially today when we're talking about movement and taking action when it comes to your health. So also stay tuned to the very end of this episode, because as soon as Omi and the Chewbacca orchestra are settled, at the end of the episode, we will be giving some additional details for the Thrive Zone event coming up. But let's talk about rest versus recovery. So the difference between crashing and rest. Crashing, and when you think of crashing, let me know in the comments what's something that you think of. What comes to your mind? You want to tell the people? That's what comes to your mind when you think crashing? Crashing happens when you've ignored your body's cues. Come see. When you ignore your body's cues, the whispers turn into screams. And it's kind of like you begin to burn out. Like if you see a candle and hopefully y'all are not distracted, because I am a little bit. This is one of the first times that we're doing the podcast this time, and Omi's like full play mode. But we're gonna push through, okay? Because life is going life, and we gotta keep it moving. Okay. So it's one thing to ignore your body and then just kind of go kaput at the end of the day. And it's another thing if we're actually taking a conscious choice to recharge and allow the body to heal and recover. So why is rest vital? And especially in the phase of your cycle that we call the nurture phase. So if you ever follow Dr. Mindy Pelz's work, I read her book Fast Like a Girl because I was trying to figure out this puzzle of hormones and how nutrition and fasting and exercise can influence our hormones so that I could rebuild my body after having my daughter. I was noticing that I was having mood swings and lapses in memory, brain fog, and just feeling like gut issues and all this other stuff. And I wanted to really get a handle on my hormonal health. And so one of the ways that I do that is by paying attention to the different cycles. Where am I in my cycle? And if you are not getting a cycle in terms of the bleed, if you're not getting a cycle in terms of the bleed, then something important in that I do is you follow the moon, right? So day one of is the new moon. New moon is day one of your cycle. Okay, boom shakalaka, until you begin to have a regular cycle again, right? So, why is rest so vital? Is it's because the nurture phase, which is that week, give or take a few days before your cycle begins again, that timing is when your body is really in a healing window. So this is where your body is calling for rest. It's calling for you to listen inward, to reflect, to tap into your intuition a little bit, to slow down, and to recover. So over exercising during this time will wreck your hormones, because in that time frame, you and all of us women are needing to have a hormone called progesterone at its highest and at its best. You understand that, Omi? Yeah? Progesterone needs to be at her best because she is a hormone superhero. Yes, she is. And what she does is she helps us feel grounded. She helps us feel at peace, relaxed, calm. And when we're feeling anxious, or when we're feeling irritable, or when we're experiencing things like hair loss, or we're experiencing spotting, or we are experiencing uh, the list really does go on, but those are some of the main things. Sleeping issues. That's a sign that progesterone, that little hormone superhero within us, is out of balance. She's sick. She's sick off somewhere, and she needs some help. Okay, so some of the things that we can do that we've talked about in previous episodes is use nutrition, use the foods that we're eating, whether it's pumpkin seeds or it's and that would be pre-soaked if you have good things going on, or whether we are looking at our fitness and our exercise routine, you might want to go to more restorative things like hiking, yoga, walking, gentle stretching, maybe even belly dance if you want to get fancy. Okay, but it's low impact. It's really rejuvenating and recovering. So the hormonal shifts. Oh, if you're gonna say something, you gotta chime in for the people so that they can understand. Mhm. Oh, she's a character. Okay, love. Um, so that's just something to very much so understand, that rest is an active part of a fitness plan, but there's a difference between intentional rest and crashing. We have to get out of this cycle of being on a hamster wheel, running, going, rushing to every errand, every task, rushing to complete the deadline, to actually slowing down, sitting down, and intentionally resting and rejuvenating. Because it's one thing to crash on the couch and just take a nap, but it's another thing if you are intentionally breathing life into yourself and coming back into some mindful movement. That's completely different. Or you intentionally are, winding down. Maybe you are giving yourself a little self massage and then you take a nap. But it's a whole different energy. One is coming from a space and a place of ignoring our body signals for so long, and then just you've already been tipped over the side of the edge and you have to crash. While and that's from a very disempowering stance and place. And the other one is really like you are pouring and filling your cup to overflowing, and really coming from a space of tapping into that um a deeper a deeper reason, a deeper why, and applying the things that that mindfulness that matters. as well in your movement routines or however you're moving in life, right? So, for example, like during my nurture phase, I used to push through fatigue and try to like just work through extra hard. And I thought that that was staying disciplined for some reason. But that only led. Yeah, that only led to more crashes. That only led to me feeling guilty for when I did rest and then just throwing myself further out of balance and then ending up getting sick or something happens. So I actually saw better results when I would intentionally have a rest day when it comes to my exercise routines, or when I would intentionally inject in there something that I love to do that was from my Thrive Zone that also met my needs. So when it comes to listening to your body, what are your body signals? What are your body signals? So let's explore how your body will speak to you. Here's some signs that you need rest. If you start to feel really sleepy, or you get that haze, that brain fog, soreness, if you start to feel crunchy, like you can snap at somebody, like irritability, if you have trouble sleeping or having restful sleep through the night, if you have like increased hunger, like insatiable, like hangry, like you are angry and you're hungry at the same time, okay? These are all signs that your body is like, hey, we need something here. So it's a good time to gift your body with something that progesterone likes, that she loves, that she needs. And if you don't know all the things, then just type guide down in the chat and I'll send you my little 1-page guide to the hormones. Like how you feel when they're in balance, how you feel when they're out of balance, what they need, what they don't need, when they need them. Okay, that should help. But also know the signs that you are ready to move your body, right? So signs you're ready to move. If you are needing a boost in some clarity, mental clarity, it's time maybe to move your body to get the pathways flowing in your body. There's something in our body that's kind of like a sewage system. It sounds gross, but it's basically the lymphatic system is kind of like the waste management system, and it has to be moved. If it's not moved, then you collect waste in different areas of your body, and it makes it very hard for your body to get nutrients into those areas, and then you start to feel pains because they become inflamed, and yada yada yada, the list goes on, and eventually that compounds into disease. So we don't want that. So when you start to notice these signs, it's time to move. If you need some mental clarity, if you need a natural energy boost, if you just notice yourself feeling achy creaky in your body, it's time to move. It's time to stretch. But the main thing is we want to avoid extremes. So on one hand, you know that you're overdoing it if you are ignoring signs of fatigue. At least 2 days in a row. Don't go more than 2 days, okay? And I mean, because this could lead to injuries, especially since as we get older, we lose estrogen levels. And that's just what naturally. Oh, me. Man. Mm-mm. 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 No. I love you. No. When we lose estrogen, I know. When we lose estrogen, then we can more easily injure ourselves, because that helps our joints be lubricated. And so if we're, doing some exercise and it's jarring on the knees, we're more prone to injury or setbacks when it comes to our goals. So here's a sign that you could be underdoing it, because that's equally important. If you are focused on fear, and that's fueling your need to rest, or if you are just continuously putting it off, oh, I'll do that tomorrow, I'll do that the next day, or if you are for some reason allowing for confusion. I don't know what I'm going to do, so I'm not going to do anything. These are all signs that you're underdoing it. Girl, get your butt up. Even if you're going to do some squats while you're holding a baby, get your butt up. Let's go. Okay? And we can do it. But the whole point here is to come into balance. Come into balance again. So here's the practical tip to check in. Let's take a pause. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Allow for the shoulders to release, the back of the neck to be long. Release your jaw, release that tension in your jaw and your neck. Release that lower back. And before every workout, just ask yourself, what is it that I most need, would love, and am ready for right now? Need, love, ready for. This is in your thrive zone. What is in my thrive zone right now? And depending on what your response is, that will determine how you will move. So what you need will determine your movement. I know you sleepy, girl. Go to sleep. It's okay. Come. Yeah, I know. I know you're sleepy. Y'all, when she starts talking, it's gonna be a whole thing. Okay. But yes, check in. Start there. Because your body will tell you what it's missing. It'll tell you what it needs. And you know what you love. You know, if you love to dance, you need to put on a little dance thing, okay? Even if it's belly dance and it's slow during your nurture phase, that is the thing to do. Yes. You're still going to sweat. You're still going to do all the things because it's engaging those deeper abdominal muscles and all the things. And it low-key probably is also helping with the pelvic floor. So when it comes to your fitness goals, we got to look at them with flexibility. So reframe rest as a part of your progress. When you have a rest day, reassure yourself and know the truth that you are rebuilding strength. You are rebuilding muscle. You are rebuilding, and that is happening as you are resting. So there's no need to label yourself as being lazy if you're truly needing to rest, i.e. you've been overdoing it and you need to sit yourself down, okay? So the next thing to keep in mind is adaptability. So adapt your plan. So we need to swap out a high intensity workout for some yoga. We need to swap out some whatever it is, this intense cardio thing that you're doing or weightlifting today. Swap it out for some grounding, whether it's a walk or a stretch, outside, inside, doesn't matter. But own me. I know, we're almost done. Okay, girl. Breathe. You're okay. It's okay. Yeah, I see you smiling now. Okay, so that's basically what we have. All right. So the last little nugget is plan your rest days. At least one a week. Make it a part of your weekly routine. So pick a day, and it doesn't have to be the same day every week, but maybe starting out it is, or at least it's on your calendar. Pick a day. Pick maybe 2 days, 1 to 2 rest days where you are actively allowing for your body to be moved intentionally through recovery. So this is the gentle stretches. This is really slowing down. Rest is something that it doesn't have to feel lazy. So rest could also look like meditation. It could look like journaling. It could look like self-massage, like we talked about. It could look like so many different things. It could be taking a quick nap. Maybe you're playing some high-frequency music in the background. Yes, maybe you're visualizing your peace or allowing for yourself to feel gratitude. Maybe you're doing breath work. This is all phenomenal, and your body will sing its praises and dap you up and give you the high five and the praise dance and all of the celebratory goofiness that you secretly wish for. All of that and more. Okay? So instead of skipping a workout and feeling guilty, just check in. Did you need a rest day? Why you go stretch out like that and then smile? Intentional movement, y'all. It's important. Staying consistent. Remembering that. Oh, me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Remember that progress is more important than perfection. And on the days that you feel that you need to shift to something more slower pace, do it. It still counts. It's still movement. Okay. So, last but not least, to recap, rest is not the same as laziness. You know when you intuitively know when you're overdoing it. You intuitively know when you're underdoing it. So adjust. Adjust because you got to dig into that deeper why. Remember what we talk about on Mondays on those B days. You can dive deeper and begin to listen to your body from the viewpoint of your Thrive Zone. Okay? So with that being said, I'm wishing you many nurture phases where you're truly nurturing yourself with that gentle movement, that restorative recovery and practice. And remember, when you align your movement with what your body truly needs, loves, and is called to, you're not just moving, you're thriving. You're thriving. So speaking of that, I would love to invite you to Thrive Zone on January 20th, and we will have a well-rested Omi. But it's amazing. You can bring out your entire family to Thrive Zone. It's for working mamas and their families. There's going to be a kids corner with on-site child activity facilitators that are going to sync it up. This is a holistic freedom reset for working mamas and their families, and it's going to be great. January 20th. Check the link in the bio, tap it for details and tickets, and may your journey to holistic freedom. Homie, you want to say it? Well, tell him. Tell him. Holistic freedom. May your journey to holistic freedom be one where you thrive. We love y'all. We'll see you tomorrow for Shine Day, bright and early for the non-fussy only. We love you. Peace.